is going on? Brian Carroll here, PowerXStrength.com HQ, coming to you from beautiful Jacksonville, Florida. If you like what I'm doing, please like this video, share this video, and subscribe to my channel, Brian Carroll 1306. And I really appreciate it. For more from me, go to PowerXStrength.com. We're getting ready to relaunch the new version of PowerXStrength, and it's going to be fully updated, easier to navigate, all that good stuff. So, what I'm going to talk about today is something in gift of injury that a lot of people ask me about. And that is, Brian, I saw your injury, I saw your flattened discs, your disc bulges, your in-plate fractures, your split sacrum, your retrolesthesis, the drop foot that you had, all these things going on. My back is not nearly so beat up, and I don't understand why my back pain is lingering and yours seemingly went away pretty easy. Now, I've had a few people ask me this. I've actually had some people do some reviews where they said, well, I read gift of injury, but it was a little discouraging because you're able to beat your back pain, and here I am still struggling with mine. So with all that said, you can't compare your injury to mine or the next person. Each injury and their mechanisms are unique. Your genetic makeup, your injury, your program adherence, and that's something I'm going to talk about in this video, why I was able to beat my back pain, my back injury, as the damage was significant. Even Dr. McGill said, as we talk about in gift of injury, if you were my son, I would urge you to retire. You got to focus on your injury and not anyone else's. One thing that I did that helped me in my mentality, even when I went to the gym, during the time when I was rehabbing, I saw Dr. McGill in May of 2013. So May, June, July, August, these months, I still went to the powerlifting gym at Samson where I trained, but I was just doing my limited stuff. I never deviated one time. I didn't just jump under the barbell because one day I felt good and my pain was wound down and said, oh, I'm gonna lift today because I feel good. That's just not what I was willing to do. The same focus that I used to break multiple world records, and that means staying on task, staying focused, determination, program adherence, all that stuff. The same mental approach that I used to break 1030 at 220, 1185 at 275 is the same focus I used to hold back and only do walking, moving well, the big three, and whatever else was on my program during this time. I never went off program and just went to lift because I felt like it, or my mental health was suffering, so it was time to go lift and I need to blow off some steam. You have to separate. You have to separate the mental health aspect and needing to lift. What you have to do is, and what I did, is I put that same amount of focus into my restricted lifting at the time, whether it was goblet squats, big three, walking, carries, or whatever. I used the same focus and determination to stay on track and only do what I was allowed to do during that time, allowed to, what my program said. And I attacked it with maximum effort, regardless of what I was doing. If it was moving well, I was moving well to the best of my ability. If it was holding back and not being on my feet too much at work or sitting at work a little bit as a personal trainer, I would take time off from work just to make sure I wasn't exacerbating my back injury. Standing for long periods of time would wind me up, so I would mix my sitting, my standing, my walking at work. And if that meant less money, then so be it. It was 100% my sole focus to get my back pain wound down, to rebuild my athleticism once again, and to get back under the bar pain-free again, and to re-break my world record. Hello, I hope you're enjoying this video. I want to talk to you really quick about our CBD line. PowerX Strength CBD is 100% THC-free, made with MCT oil and CBD isolate extracted from hemp. We have sublingual drops that taste good, made with MCT oil, not cheap hemp oil that upsets your stomach. These bombs, these drops, and these products are 100% THC free. You will not fail a drug test, and we have testing on the website. Our bombs you want to use 2 to 3 times a day in a localized area to reduce pain and inflammation. This stuff works wonders for tight muscles and joints. Then lastly, we have a product called CryoFreeze, which is similar to a BioFreeze. Has 1,000 milligrams of CBD isolate mixed with a nice cooling formula that will help you reduce pain and inflammation. So thank you so much for the support. The link's below. Use the special discount code, and I'll see you soon. Back to the video. You know, at the time, Dave Hoff had broken my 275 world record with 12:10. It was my 11:85 record. He beat it by 25 pounds. So I wanted to get my record back. Now, looking back, I competed at 242 for a few years, and I went out hitting the biggest squat of all time at 308, my first time competing at 308. But nonetheless, I got my record back. I hit the biggest squat of all time, and that's why I walked away. That was just enough for me, and that's what I wanted to do. Now, what focus did I use to get that 1,306 pound squat that no one had ever squatted over 1,300 pounds before? What focus did I use? The same focus that I used to squat 1030 at 220, 1185 at 275, to hold back and only do the big three, only do my carries, only do my walks, do it with maximum effort, not intensity, focus being the number one priority. Then it was time to train again. I flipped the switch and I used that same type of focus and staying on path with my training cycles going forward when I rebuilt my back, and then eventually ending with the 1,300 pound six squat, whether it be winning the Arnold a couple more times as we document in Gift of Injury. That same focus during this time of rehabbing where it really messed with my mind, having to back off and not lift for a while and just do walks and all that kind of good stuff. But it sharpened me up, having to hold back and being more disciplined. It just made me a lot more mature with my lifting and more judicious and just a smarter, better lifter overall. So that's why the book is actually called Gift of Injury. So maximum effort, not maximum intensity, is something that I can give to you that I talk about in Gift of Injury. It's staying on track no matter what the background noise is, what people are saying, what people in the gym are doing. And that mentality will help you sharpen up. And I promise you, you'll be able to enjoy your lifting better and you'll be sharper mentally when you get back under the bar. But you can't rush it and you have to take your time coming back, okay? Maximum effort, not maximum intensity with what you're doing. Being present with what you're doing. Making it the number one goal in your life. Number one goal to remove your back pain and rebuild the foundation. That was the key with me getting back under the bar, beating a serious back injury, focusing on what I needed to do, not what anyone else did, no one else's back pain. And that's how I think I was able to do something a lot of people said would never happen. All right? Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching today. Please subscribe, like, and share if you enjoyed this video, and have a wonderful day.